Traitor's Caravan. This is an easy mission, especially with a Fulton. Even without it, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to bring the stun arm and some sleep grenades. Not the highest possible grade of sleep grenades, unfortunately, because those are ludicrously expensive, but grade 5 should give us just enough to do what we need to do here. And it does come in under budget. The camo, I think, is like a swamp camo. It's not useful for this mission, but it really doesn't matter. Like most speedy runs of this mission, what we're going to do is head straight for the airport, because that's where the target truck is. It waits there for roughly a couple of minutes while it waits for its escort, and then it begins the actual caravan up to Kaziba camp. But we don't need to worry about that. We can just head straight for the truck, because all we're trying to do is complete the objective of extracting it. Now, I kind of rode D-Horse a little too close to this wall, so some of the guys at the garage did hear it, and they're going to run over to that wall over there. It's not really a big problem, but it does make it useful here that I've got the stun arm, because rather than just wait for them to all go back to their place, I can just stun everybody in the radius of the truck. I'm not going for any of the optional objectives, so things like knocking out the driver prematurely don't matter here, and it will make things a little easier in a second, so it's not the worst idea regardless. But it wasn't my original plan. My original plan was just to crawl straight over to the truck from here, which you can do without being detected, because as soon as you get within 20 meters, it will trigger the skulls to show up, at which point all the guards would become puppets anyway. Now the plan here is there's a couple ways you could do this. If you wanted to do it with no traces or something, you could just carefully inch away and lure the skulls away. When they're not alerted on you, they kind of walk very slowly towards where your position is, but not very effectively. Now what I'm doing here is waiting for this cloud to dissipate so I can mark this guy just to see if we're having an effect. We are. These skulls are vulnerable to sleep grenades, especially if they're not on alert and they're not armored up. As you can see, it does quite a bit of stamina damage. The trick here is just going to be to make sure that I have enough of them to get all 4 of the skulls. So I want to kind of pitch the grenades so that they land in as many in front of as many of these guys as possible. And the 4th one is kind of behind the truck there. Fortunately, I've already knocked 2 out with the first 4 grenades, so as long as I'm careful here, I should be able to knock the remaining 2 out. Because again, they're walking straight towards me. They don't really react to the gas. They kind of notice that a grenade is falling, but unlike with a gun, like a tranquilizer gun or something like that, where they would kind of alert if you shot them, they don't really respond very well to grenades. They're not good at tracing them back to their location, so they'll pause when they, like, bend over when they hear a grenade, but they won't react to it, they won't dodge out of the way, and just knock them out like that. Fortunately, I had just enough grenades to make it work. Now, I can't Fulton the truck. If you wanted to, you could just lure them slightly away, Fulton the truck, and then sneak off. That would work very well for no traces, but since I can't Fulton, what I'll do instead is just drive the truck out. All the NPCs on the map are now knocked out for about 10 minutes. It's the result of the skulls thing. It just happens whenever you defeat skulls on the map. It knocks all the guards out for a good while. So we'll just drive out, not have to worry about being spotted by anybody, and drive over to the southwest corner of the map until we actually exit the mission area. And that'll count as an extraction, thankfully, so we can just drive it out by land.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only.